to wheelie, you're gonna like roll across. Go on your bike normally. Dominant foot, which for me is my right pedal. Once my pedal gets down to the bottom, like there, I'll go on the other side so you can see. So once my pedal gets to the bottom like this, I'm gonna pull and then pull up. Pedal bottom pull. Once my dominant foot is at like the bottom rotation of the pedal, when it's like down at the bottom, is when you're gonna pull. When you pull, straight arms like that, and yeah, that's it. I didn't say this at the start. The most important thing when wheeling, a finger on the brakes at least. In normal wheelies, you sit down. So once you pop it up, you're basically going to sit down straight away. Sit down, pedal, and lean back. I'll do it, like edit it in later, but notice that when I'm wheeling, my back is straight up above the rear wheel, and my arms are like straight back. Like that. Next, we're gonna move on to coaster, which is like, I'll show you. Basically, to do a coaster, on a bike there is the balance point. When you coaster, you need to be tapping the brakes frequently because you're gonna chill. You're gonna basically just balance behind the balance point and use the brakes to make sure you don't loop out. To do this, you're gonna pop it up into a wheelie, and then you're just gonna lean back and just tap the brakes if you feel you're gonna fall backwards. Once you do that light enough, if you do it too hard, you'll go like this. And the bike will fall down. But once you balance it, you'll just go like this. Alright, so I'm going to do two sections of the video on one hand. One is the coaster one hand. I'll do an example. This is basically where you take your hand off without pedaling. Like this. That was a pretty bad example, but it's basically where in a wheelie you're like that. To do this, you're basically going to coaster, and from there you're going to pinch the frame with your knees. Take your hand off. Make sure that you take the hand. You don't take the hand with the brake off. Because if you do, you're not going to be able to brake. And you're going to loop out. That's not fun. So take off the other hand, keeping like tapping the brakes, and you can just cruise there. One-hand wheelie where you pedal. I'm not very good at them. Basically, you're going to pop it up into a wheelie. Go super close to the balance point. You're going to need a bit of speed. And then just take your hand off while pedaling. Bit of speed. Near the balance point. Oh. As you can see, I'm not very good at these. I'll try to go slower, but you can't be too close to the ground because then you need to pedal and pull on the bars. So you need to be close to the balance point where you can just keep your left hand Well, hello there, fine Jed. What are you doing on this fine day? You can use that and pull absolutely no one. Anyway, basically foot through the frame, edit in some clips of it. Yep. Right, so we've seen them. That's basically where you go. You go foot through the frame, and yeah, and sit down again. So to do this, you're gonna need a basic knowledge of how to manual. Picture a coaster standing up. You don't actually need to pop it up like this. You can sometimes pedal standing up and then just go like that. So once you've got it up into a manual, you're gonna basically go up and then brake and sort of balance with your bum. Brake when you need to and lean further back if you're gonna fall. Now to get your foot through the frame, you're gonna go up, pedal down, foot through. And sometimes you fall back. The main thing is the pedal down is the foot that you're keeping on the bike. So if I'm trying to put my right foot through the frame, I'm gonna like keep up, foot through, and sit down. To do this, you need to know how to coaster, manual, stuff like that. So put this at the end of the video so you guys do the stuff at the start first. You gotta know the basics. From there, up Suron combo I see a lot is when they do like a knee knocker, put the legs through, which is sort of what I've tried to represent there, because it's very hard to knee knocker on this. But I'll basically sit on the seat, foot through, and the Suron kids, they will drop their foot through onto the pedal and foot drag with their other foot. This is incredibly weird, as if you've actually seen me do that in my videos, this foot is not actually on the pedal like what they do. Basically one foot opposite side and then foot drag. Well, on this bike, because my bum is caught on the seat, my foot basically hangs in the air, my foot drags like that. And so to do this, you're gonna need the thing that we talked about earlier, the foot through the frame. Basically from there, you're gonna drop down and then try foot drag. And it's sort of weird. They're pretty easy. You need to know how to coaster, and basically you're just gonna pop it up, sit down, coaster, take your foot off. Pretty simple. Coaster. A Superman is just like a no foot coaster because I got tired of one foot. It's like this. Pretty similar. And onto like swerves. You need to know how to balance with your legs. Basically gonna go up and then tilt the bike and just like lean with it.